Hello, Mango. How are you, mate? So the streams are shared. Hello and welcome, everybody. This is the first ever streamed round of GTRC WTCC. We are at Watkins, Glen. It's round 2. Wasn't able to stream round 1 because I was at the 24 hours of Spa. And we are close to the qualifying. 2 minutes and the qualifying starts. So the America journey continues after South America, Sao Paulo, Interlagos. We're now in the United States at Watkins Glen, spectating the reigning champion Van der Speck hunting Whedon, currently in free practice. Into the boot section, going a bit wide. Will not continue this lap. No, the race is not at Monza. So currently best time on track is Shaheen, the 1:53.619. Sutter's 2/10 behind. Siltala another 2/10 behind. Then a bigger gap, half a second to Edgecamp in the Atenza. Raidrex 7/10 behind. Holland in the other Atenza. A bit of struggle. Let's see who we're missing. This is Dimitriev to replace for Nick in the BNR TT. With Guerra, the first M4 arrived. Whedon in the Lancer, currently missing his teammate. Well, I know what Aaron can do. I know that he practiced a bit, and so I think Aaron might continue his winning streak. But yeah, this track is interesting because it has really technical parts where I see the potential of the TT and also the Scirocco. And you see the times that Semper and Sutters are able to get close to Shine's times. But yeah, it's like always in the free practice. We don't even know what they're currently showing in the free practice, if there's more room to improve. So currently 12 drivers signed in. We have both Helix cars with Shine and Vandersbeck. We have both TTs with Siltala and Dimitriev, who's making his debut in GTRC. We have both the Tensas with Edgecamp and Holland. We have Great Rex as the first and currently only independent. So the second place on the championship is currently not there. Yeah, there's Holland in the second car. So we're missing one VDE car. We have both Thailand design cars. Currently have just one Sunset Outrun car, and there is with Viper. So Canales, the second guy in the championship. I think we're heading to the qualifying. JH is Josh Hunter. He's record champion. I think he won season 2 till 5 in GTRC WTCC, and yeah, you should know him. You raced with him. You might remember the blue-yellow Scirocco in season 5. Sorry that I might drink a lot, but it's 10,000 degrees in Germany. You maybe hear my PlayStation's vent, trying to keep it cool. And we're in the qualifying. So, to the regulations, only racing soft tires are allowed and available. We're racing with really low fuel. It's 10% fuel at the beginning. The races are about 20 minutes, so it's set on 11 laps in here. There's, of course, of the fuel consumption, one mandatory pit stop made to equalize a bit the current BOP of the game, where front-wheel driven cars are a bit in a disadvantage with full fuel because the tires are going down pretty fast. So let us see who it should be Holland to go. It's Edgecamp who's going on a hot lap first, so let's follow him on the main straight, a little bit of onboard. Oh, it's back straight, sorry. Then let's go to Holland in the other, on the edge Tensa. So in the 90. Keep it tight. Really important to carry a lot of speed to the S's. They are flat out in a GR4 car. Should be flat out in most of the GR3 cars too. But it's important to go smooth to there, to carry a lot of speed in there. Now the inner loop, like a little bus stop chicane. Keep it tight. It was not perfect. I think we continue the lap with Shaheen, championship leader currently. Won both Interlagos races. And now going to the boot. This little carousel corner. Right. Why are we calling it the boot? Because it looks like one. Now it is toe, the 180-degree hairpin. Important to have a good exit. Use the track perfectly. Then the next tight right-hander heel. And then we get the corner section, which has no names. Missed a bit of the apex here. And it's turn 9. To turn 10, and the last one, turn 11, going to the main straight. It is important to keep it on the curb, not take a penalty. And we will see the first benchmark here from Shaheen. And it's a 52.557. Van der Speck, the reigning champion, is the next one with a 1.4 behind. Yeah, we saw Pine messed up a bit his lap. So now we can spectate the cars a bit. Canales, impressive debut on Interlagos, the Spaniard. In the second independent car, the Subaru WRX. And Guerra made it to P3 so far on the BMW M4. Struggled a bit at Interlagos. First impression is that he's a bit more comfortable with the car on Watkins Glen. Impressive debut season of the young Spaniard, 13-year-old from Valencia. Amazing talent, this guy. Lost the championship on an unlucky way at Fuji last season. His teammate is not there today. But we have a quite full grid. Let's take a little look. We have another good time from Woodcourt in the Sunset Outrun car. Getting close to Shaheen. Splitting the two Halex cars. Siltala currently on P5, 10th in front of his teammate. Currently on P6 in the first BNR car, the reigning team champion. Improved slightly, but not on a position. Let's see what his teammate can do. He's currently on the back straight. A little improvement there. Oh yeah, my PS4 is really struggling today, but I have about 32 degrees in my room. Quite a cold start for Dimitriev. Wasn't supposed to be the man on the car. Still slightly improve. Let's see what he can do in the final sector. What we see is the common little legs of GT7. They look a bit more worse for the spectator than actually on track, but sometimes they are annoying on track. We hope the best, that the game will fix it soon. And let's see what the time is. No improvement. Stakes on P7. Let's stay with the really beautiful on the edge Motorsport Intensa. Nice design. And the on the edge colors obviously fits on a dark base with a nice contrast. So, at the moment, Sutter's made it to P3 because Watkins is on track. Missing half a second to Woolacott. In the Scirocco. Wouldn't have been my first choice at the car pick, but I think it was Josh Hunter won the title in season 5 on the Scirocco. And let's see if Sutters can improve. Nope. Second down. Canales, loud lap. Van is back currently on a fast lap. The reigning drivers champion, currently on P5. He's definitely more known for his race pace than his qualifying pace, but he's improving. Almost 2/10, and he needed because Dimitriev made a good lap. Currently more than 1/10 in front of him, and improved 3/10. Jumped Dimitriev again. 3/10 till Canales, so gained back his 5th position. Welcome Hayden. Yeah, Michael is doing pretty well. Had a great lap. Let's see where he is on track. There he is. Started his fast lap. Maybe can benefit of a little tow. A bit far away. Four-tenths down. Let's see where the car is. There's Sweden. He's on an outlap. Silvia. Let's see what his first sector is. If it's worth to stay with him. Oh, that's not 2 seconds behind. Shine back in the pits. 1 second down. It's quite a big gap from P12 to the rest of the grid. 7.5 tenths from Woolacott to Canales. But maybe people in the box are in between it, so I think Sutters is between Canales and Woolacott. Canales could shrink the gap to Woolacott a bit. Well, this was quite a funny GT7 glitch. Let's see what his first sector is. 2/10 faster. Oh, and this is not really clever from Sutters to stay on the racing line in the chicane with a penalty. But still a big gap because Sutters is now on track. 5 tenths down. So Shaheen and Woolakut seems to be in a little own league today. And we are really close to race 1 tonight. I think we can finish the lap now. So on a hot lap. Shaheen almost 1/10 purple. Now getting traffic. Ran white. So currently we have great wrecks. Seem to improve. 1P13. Hunter on P12, not improving. Holland, I don't know if he can finish his fast lap on P11. Oh, he's parking. Edgecamp might. No, we're starting the race. Let's see who's getting the best start. Canales with the first four-wheel drive on P4. And we have the lights. Well, thank you for not having a normal camera view, Gran Turismo. So Canales made it to P1. Let's go to the top of the grid. Benefited from the start. Chased by Shaheen and Van der Speck, who had a good start as well. Holland on P4 must have a great start too, like his teammate Edgecamp. Sutter's dropped back to 8, Siltala to 7. Well, okay, we have still no spectator cam. We stay in the chase cam, and Shaheen almost lost the car. Dropped back to P4. So it's Van der Speck in the hunt of Canales, who is able to build a little gap. But where's Woolakut? On P11. Really messed up his start. I hope at one point in the race we will get the spectator cam. I know that there's a camera glitch that you cannot use the onboard for the first couple of minutes of a race, but never heard of the you cannot use the spectator cam. Guerra again struggling with the bimmer. 6 seconds down. Canales still hunted by Van der Speck. The gap is shrinking and raising depending on the corners. Pit stops are expected in lap 5 or 6. Some cars might do 6 laps with a bit of fuel saving. Undercut on lap 4 could work. Tires should not be too bad after 7 laps. And these two guys escaped pretty much, and Shaheen has big trouble in the pack. Attacking Holland on the inside. Holland's going wide. No contact. To the S's. Both cars equal on pace. Really respectful drive there. This is what we want to see, side-by-side racing. And there is Hunter in the Scirocco trying to third-party it. Shaheen made the move. And Hunter, we heard it on the in-game sound, had little contact. We don't know from where it was, if it was Holland in front of him or one of the B&R cars behind him. But he lost the contact to Shaheen, and there is Siltala who spun, and I think made by contact with Thutters because Thutters waiting. Unlucky for the Finn. And Guerra still struggling on the BMW M4. Really sorry for the vice champion of last season. At the front, nothing really changed. It is Canales. Still something between half a second and a second in front of Van der Speck. This might be a bit wide. Could have just been shown by lag because still gaining on the straight. Edge come 4 seconds down. And Whedon on P4 currently. Under pressure by Shaheen. It's not racing wets, it's German and it's Rennen weich. So they are on soft tires. It's really hard to find a good overtaking spot at this track. No, it's the German version. And there was edge come wide. And this is what we don't want to see, because the contact was not made by Shaheen. It was Whedon who tried to cut him down when he was alongside him. Now 5 seconds, these two in front are really escaping, but we saw Edgy had a mistake. But also Canales could increase the gap to Van der Speck. We have Hunter on P6. Cook, the first one in the pits, trying the undercut. It seems that he take a lot of fuel, but I think the refueling is just super slow. Let's see with how much fuel he come out. Well, hard to say, but could be a lap too much. Oh, pit lane penalty. 3 seconds. Sutters was in the box too. Stays in the pit limits. Siltala and Great Rex in a fight. Siltala stays on the inside, Great Rex defending. After his little forced spun by Sutters. Really close racing here. Let's see if we have... No, of course we don't have it. Great Rex a bit wide. This is a chance for Siltala. Better traction for the Subaru, but not keeping in the track limits is a half-second penalty for Great Rex. And Siltala is pitting. Great Rex 2. It seems that he pushed Great Rex a bit out of the pit limits. We'll check. So everybody's in the pits now, except Holland. He's the only one who's doing 6 laps. Not the best shift. Let's see how the gap of Canales and Van der Speck had no effect on the pit stop. So about 2 seconds. And it's Edgecamp, hunted by Shaheen, who overtook Whedon in the pits. Whedon's trying to stay in contact because this is technically, yeah, Pine might be involved there after his pit stop, but this is the group that's fighting for the podium. They have a 7-second gap to Hunter and Woolakut. Shine's trying it around the outside, a little bit of contact. Gives Whedon the chance to get back to the group. Nice little battle what we have here. And now we have Holland in the pits. Hard battle between Shaheen and Edgecamp. With the better end for Shaheen. Had the impression from Whedon's perspective that Edgecamp tried to shrink the gap between Shaheen and the pit lane barrier, pit wall. And that Shaheen gave him a little sign with a lovely bump. Hey, I need some space. Tough fighting, it's touring car. And as long as they are fighting, I think Whedon is able to keep in contact. Holland's overcut didn't really work. On P8 currently. But impressive performance from Whedon. The Lancer is a good car. and he's still in podium range. And it seems that we missed something. Bigger mistake from Canales that made Van der Speck the current leader. And he's escaping a bit. 5.5 seconds gap to Shaheen. It will be really difficult in 4 laps to close it. These guys in front are performing super good. And Shaheen now get rid of Edgecamp. 1.6 the gap. Edgecamp himself has more to care about Whedon now. This is, of course, having an eye on the battle of 4P1. Currently, the guys to watch. The group that is bringing a lot of entertainment. Personal best sector for Whedon. Shaheen with a drift, lost the car, and now he's back in the group. So that makes Edgecamp P3 again. That picked up a penalty. Whedon tried to switch back, going back in the slipstream. Inside line. Looked a bit weird. There's Edgecamp with the penalty. So that's now Whedon on the podium. And Canales shrink the gap to Van der Speck to 4/10. But before we get to the crunch time, let's have a look if in the back of the field is something going on. Maybe let's wait for the main straight. If Canales is trying a move. Nope. Maybe gaining something in the S, but these cars are... It doesn't seem that the Subaru is gaining much on the Hyundai, even on slipstream. Van der Speck going defensive, realizing that there's not really a danger. With Canales. But now he's really close. At the better exit of the outer inner loop. Now the outer loop. The carousel. Okay guys, keep in that distance. I will be back in a minute. So we have great wrecks currently on contact with Guerrera and Siltala, who are fighting for 12 and 11. We have Dmitriev quite on a lonely road on P10. Sutters, also a lonely race after his waiting. Now he's getting closer to Holland. This is something what we could watch too, because Holland and Hunter are in a fight. Woolakut currently on a comfortable 6th place. Edgecamp losing the contact to Shaheen, who's still battling with Whedon for the podium. So the battle for P1, P2 and P3, P4 is currently the most exciting, and now we're seeing the move from Shaheen. Side by side with Whedon, has the inside line. Late on the brakes, made the move. Both made the corner, respectful overtake from both sides. Whedon realized early that it is no chance to counter this maneuver. But maybe now in the slipstream. But the Hyundai is super fast on the main straight. You're not gaining really much in slipstream, but in the inner loop, in the bus stop, it seemed that Shine had a bit of problem, but Whedon as well. So now the gap is rising to about 8/10. And Canales lost a bit of the contact to Van der Speck. 1.8, still rising. It seems that the mistake was in the current lap. Yes, the previous lap was just 0.3 difference between them. Now there's a gap of almost 2 seconds. And now it seems that everything... Oh, Shine almost lost it again, and Whedon is in contact again. Wanted to say that everything seems a bit sorted at the moment, when the gap between P1 and P2 is currently 2 seconds, and Shaheen and Whedon were separated by 1.5, but now Whedon is back in contact. We'll have an eye on it. Now 3 seconds gap. I think Canales might be a bit struggling with the tires, or has to save fuel. Can't be the tires. This previous lap was almost 156. Yeah, he's shifting really short. So if nothing bigger happens, now in heel and turn 9, 10 and 11, the reigning champion will take his first victory of the season, the third one for Team Halex. And like I said in the qualifying, we all know that his race pace is always a bit better than his quali pace. And what an impressive way to show it. Congratulations, Van der Speck. Great race, great race. And Canales also showing his good season performance with another second place. And Shaheen is completing the podium with P3 and the second Halex car on the podium. Great race from Whedon on P4, Woolakut on P5, P6 for Hunter, Sutters on P7. At the beginning, strong looking on the edge racing cars on P8. Dimitriev on his debut on P9, right behind him his teammate. Great Rex on P11, Guerrera on P12, and someone disconnected. Congratulations to the winners, to the podium. I'll be back in a minute while we're starting the second qualifying. Let's hope that we can stay in the TV cam this time. with the qualifying for race 2. 10 minutes. So expecting it till 8:35. And I think Holland should be the first one on a hot lap. Let's wait for the S's. Bed open in the cockpit cam. This looks great, how these people are working on the wheel. Let's wait to take another loop. The outer loop. Into the carousel. Section. It's uphill 180-degree corner. Into here. Corners and we have the first benchmark set by Holland. Good exit out of turn 9 into turn 10 in the track limits. Final corner. .9. Currently on P1 and the spec. Definitely not hit the hot lap. Such as Canales, we know that he can be faster than a 54. Shaheen currently purple. 52.59 again. Seems like the only guy can beat Shine in the qualifying. Currently not purple, but let's see what his first home lap will be. Doesn't look super fast. Something in the 53, 54. 54 flat, almost a second down. Let's see if Siltala is improving. Definitely not. Pine getting fresh rubber on his Atenza, going for the next hot lap. Almost copied his fastest lap with the 53.9. Canales already started the second one. Sutter's definitely not on a hot lap. Shine is going into the pits. Guerra currently on P7. 2.5 tenths in front of Whedon. But Whedon is improving. Let's stay with Whedon. while Wulakut is on a penalty, so will not improve on this lap. Improved, but kept P8, 14 thousandths behind Gera. Van der Speck on a penalty. I think he has one more shot after this one to get better than P9. Great Rex on P10, improving. Can he beat Van der Speck's time? Little text message from Canales. Seems like there was a bit of contact on his fast lap. Improved, but still on P9. Hunter on a penalty. And Canales still didn't got a hot lap. Maybe he was on the toilet, picked up a drink. And it seems that the two fastest guys of the first qualifying will be the two fastest guys in the second qualifying. Well, I said that Sutter's improved and is on P2 now, 8 tenths down Shaheen, who's now getting onto his flying lap. Staying on the curb very long to get a good angle, carrying all possible speed. Let's see what Sector 1 is showing us. Purple by 15 thousandths. Good inner loop. But wide on the outer loop. To the carousel. Two and a half tenths down. Wulakut not purple. But this is the guy to watch if someone wants to attack Sutters on P2. Well, we got the signal, finish your laps. Going really fast into tow, bit shaky. Will be giving everything, and he's on PB. This gap would not be enough to jump Sutters, but it's close. And it would be enough to jump Hunter, who jumped him this moment. And now 3 tenths, what would give him P2. Can he carry this gap over the finish line? Another great lap from Wulakut. P2 so far. While the guys are parking. Van der Speck made it to P5. Collected a bit of scratches on his car. Please let us stay in chase cam. Looking good so far, but I think we had this view in the first race too. And again. Shaheen again with a weaker start. Ulakut getting out quick as the inside line. And Canales again with a good start. Those Scirocco's struggled with the front wheel drive at the start. Whedon currently spectating this battle in the front. Again, unfortunately, we don't have the spectator cam, so we use Whedon's rear to spectate. Ulakut trying to escape at the front. Well, the Helix cars currently made it to P2 and 3. Seems like a little bit of contact, but it could have been lag. Guerrera with a good start on P7. Hopefully we'll get a better race this time. Holland on P8, Sutters on P9. Let's see what's up there in the back. Great Rex in P11 in front of both BNR cars. The TT seems a bit of struggling. Watkins, Glen. Ulakut made a 7/10 gap to Vandersbeck. Now should work together with Shaheen to get Hunter and Canales out of the slipstream. Technical part, the Scirocco is absolute fast, and Hunter as the multiple champion, record champion, is definitely a guy who knows how to drive the Scirocco. In this section, the accelerating and top speed section, he's losing even a slipstream, but in the tight corners, Scirocco is a beast. Shine, little touchy with the wall. And it's good to see that Ulakut this time had a good start and not dropped back so far. Now under pressure from Vandersbeck, getting closer in the SS. Shaheen is benefiting from it in the slipstream, giving his teammate a little dump draft. Is this a double overtake? This is really risky, guys, what you're doing. But you made it. Double overtake from the Helix guys. Vandersbeck in front of Shaheen. Ulakut now on P3. technically a Hyundai 123 at the moment with the Hyundai Genesis on 1 and 2 and the Genesis side brand of Hyundai 1P3 shine a bit in the gravel. And Hunter shows what his name stands for. He's hunting for the podium. And Woolacott attacking Shine on the inside. Hunter trying to benefit from it. Touching a little bit of the wall. A little surprise is that Canales is not bigger involved in the fight. He's still close. But while the guys are fighting, the gap stands with thick stands, and behind him Whedon is defending against Sutters, and they are 3.5 seconds off. Side by side, late braking by Whedon, but perfectly executed. Guerra still involved in it. Then we have a bigger gap to Silvia on P9, recovered a bit. Then we have Holland. In the Atenza. Great Rex. And Dimitriev on P12, and I think we have a disconnect, and it should be one of the on the edge cars, because if I scroll up, I don't see Edgy. Again, great battle here between Whedon and Sutters, and in front something changed, and it's not a battle, it's just the order, and we should stand with the rear of Hunter. Woolacott picked up a penalty, and the penalty line is a really annoying one at this track because it's in an uphill accelerating section. In the pits, Guerra in the pits. Vandersbeck went wide, could be a penalty. And Canales, 2 seconds down, almost 2 seconds down. Great inner loop by Hunter. Able to attack Vandersbeck. Seems a bit struggling on the worn tires. Covers the inside. This fight gives Shine the chance to escape. 1.8 the gap. While we are going to the main lap for the pit stops. Oh, I'm sorry for that. I'm just seeing what Brian typed in the chat that BNR drivers got killed at the start. Yeah, should be if they are P12 and P13 after the start. There must have been something really unlucky, because we saw in race 1 when Sutters seems to made a bit of contact with Siltala, so we cannot confirm because we just saw Siltala spun, but in fact that Sutters waited. Everyone is in the pits now. Let's see how the gaps will be at the exit. Shaheen should be the first one to get out of the pits. Oh, no, it is the guy who wasn't even in the pits. It's Dimitriev, who's currently leading in the TT, doing a 6th lap. But what we see, Van der Speck gained a bit in the pits. Had a really good pit stop. Gained half a second to Shaheen. And Hunter, who was on his ass, is now 1.8 down. Out of the slipstream range. And Hunter, at the moment, is the hunted by Canales. The penalty, and maybe a too long pit stop, because it seems that he picked up a lot of fuel. Costed him a lot of positions. He's not going to the pits. Well, I don't know what this strategy is, but I can't believe that the TT can do 7 laps without refueling. Side by side with Van der Speck. Now on P3. But the overtake closed a bit the gaps between Shaheen, Van der Speck and Hunter. Let us stay a while with Dimitriev, who's now have to let Hunter pass. Picking up the penalty. I don't think that if he's fuel saving is the right strat in this series. It costs too much power and performance. But yeah, after a disappointing start, it's a crash from what we know from Ryan. It is worth a try. So in the front we have an 8/10 gap train, something like that. We have Shine in front, 8/10 in front of Van der Speck, 8 to 9/10 in front of Hunter, the seconds off in front of Canales, Woodcote, with a 2-second gap on P5. Dimitriev now in the pits. In a fight with Guerra. Cannot copy his great race at the first one here in Watkins Glen. And there's the attack from Guerra. Has the inside line for the chicane. And clever on the brakes, braked early. Siltala in the best DNR car, closing the gaps to Whedon and Guerra. Great Great Rex currently on P10. Hunted by Dimitriev. I don't know if the force contact is too good in my eyes. Because if Dimitriev hit him that hard that we saw on screen, Great Rex would definitely go wide. And there must be a second disconnect, because we are 11 now. We have both BNR cars, we have Great Rex and both Helix cars. Dimitriev went wide. We have Eden, who was today the only PDE car. We have Guerra, who was the only Team Spirit car. We have Sutters, his teammate Hunter is on P3. Mulakut, who was the only Sunset car. Viper, Canales. Might get P3 now, because we see Hunter on a 2-second penalty. Or not, because he's making a nice little drift. Well, the Subaru is made for drifting. But I don't see who they're missing. So it's edgy. Let's see if Canales can earn P3 on this 2-second penalty. 2.7 to get now, but the penalty usually costs more. Yes, he made it. And this is why these penalties are always annoying to pick up. But especially here and in Interlagos as well, the penalty line is on an uphill section in the acceleration, where you need all the power. When the car just loses power on the penalty, you lose a lot more. In the front, currently it seems really sorted. Shahin, the championship leader, in front of his teammate, this champion of the last season, Van der Speck, Canales, Mulakut and Hunter in the fight for the last podium. Doesn't seem that Sutters can be involved, so let's stay with the 3 guys. Hunter's getting closer and closer. And this is a bit special, because last season on the Lancer, well, this is in my eyes the better car than the Scirocco. Hunter looked a bit like he was not that comfortable with the car. I mean, the record champion from season 2 to season 5, the 4-time champion. Thanks for this nice little bug again. The 4-time champion always was a midfielder, most of the time not able to keep close with his teammate Sutters, who is more used to the 4-wheel drives. And now this season we definitely can say Hunter's back. The front-wheel drives are currently not as good as they were in GT Sport on the current VOP, but if you know how to handle it, you can be fast, you can go for podiums. And we are on the final lap. Let's quickly check if we have any fighting. No, we have Eden against Siltala. Guerra comfortable on P9. Dimitri P10, Great Rex 2.5 seconds behind on P11. Shaheen 3 seconds off. And Canales it seems like he won't get in danger, but Hunter is always good for closing the gap. Well, it doesn't seem that this guy should be in the room, but won't affect the race. So everything seems pretty sorted. Now that Siltala passed Whedon, we can watch Shine taking his third victory in the fourth race, increasing the lead in the championship. Congratulations, Aaron Shaheen, P1, Jordo Vandersbeck on P2, and Canales on P3. Hunter, Woolakut, Sutters are the following positions. First BNR car arrives at P7 with Siltala. Good recovery. Whedon, P8. Guerra in the top 10. And will we have a little fight in the end? All eyes on you guys. Final corner. But it's nice to see that we have the closest finish between P10 and P11. Dimitriev on P10, Great Rex on P11. Let me quickly save the replay. So I can say thank you and goodbye. We see you next week, same spot, same time, hopefully with a little lower temperature, so that my Boeing 747 PlayStation is a bit calmer. I hope it was not too annoying, and now I wish you good night. See you next Wednesday.